Magnificent. Oh, who doesn't want to go into the stables? He's like, you know what? I'm not going to work today. Look, that horse has quit. He was first, now he's second. There's a big fluffy beauty as well. Oh wow, here we go guys, look, Titan at the end. There is glorious, magnificent, and so massive I can't get him in the camera. Titan. Wow, wow, wow. Will we see him in the box, I wonder? 18 hands 3 worth of horse there at the back, folks. Yep, he is the largest horse in the Blues and Royals, okay, by some margin. The reason that Q10 looks larger is that he's taller. However, Q10 isn't even a Blues and Royals horse, he's a lifeguard horse. So Q10 and Overlord are the 2 biggest horses in the lifeguards. It's funny because Overlord has something of a thoroughbred look to his face. So if we stood Overlord next to Titan, and I've been in the boxes with both of them, the bigger horse is definitely Titan, okay? Just because he has the bulk. However, how do we define the largest horse? I mean, yes, we know the equine measurements in terms of hands. The tallest, highest from the ground, 100%, has got to be Q10, okay? But if you take into consideration the bulk, as well as the height of the horse, in other words, the whole entire horse, I think Titan grabs the title, folks. I think Titan is actually the biggest. He's just such a colossus when he walks through. You saw in that tunnel, I had to move myself way back into the corner to even fit his body in the frame. And I wasn't zoomed in at all, I was at 1. Yeah, definitely Titan is the crown holder, guys. He has the record. That said, morning, and no disrespect rather to the old boy. Q10 is a finer looking horse. What I mean by that, I mean he has that certain sort of, you know, I'm a king's horse, don't fuck with me look on his face. It's just naturally there. Remarkably this morning, even though it was grim when I first switched on the camera up at Trafalgar Square, look at how the light is illuminating this side of the yard. Behind me it's just pure doom and gloom, there's no light at all, but look at that. More importantly of all, folks, how wonderful is that shadow? Look at the shadow. I'll zoom in a teeny bit. The shadow of the lifeguard on the wall behind him. Damn, it's moments like this that I wish I actually had a proper camera with me and I was just doing still photography. That is a wonderful shot. Magnificent. I can't get close enough to take a proper picture anyway because that corner in front of the archway is closed. I'm going to try and be careful with where I stand this morning. We are going to have the boxman change over in a few minutes. However, I don't ideally want to miss any troop departures. No chance of that yet, because until these boxmen have been changed over, the rest of the lifeguards won't be ready to leave. Lots of glamorous people actually at horse guards these days. I'm guessing so many rich people stay at the hotel opposite, which at the moment is also bathed in absolutely spectacular light. Look at that. I'm sure we've got a lot of South Korean zillionaires staying there, ready for amazing views when that state visit happens. And if I were a South Korean zillionaire, I would be staying there as well. Gosh, it's busy this morning with foot traffic. Who's this little beauty? Not the guard, everybody. Fine-looking fellow, but I was talking about the horse. Look, he's talking. He's having a chat to himself. He's like, yeah, it wasn't a bad day. I mean, at least yesterday I had the day off. It was kind of noisy. I had to listen to the tank regiment marching on Whitehall, but it was much more interesting having tourists touching my nose and annoying me all day long. Plus, to be fair, the day went by pretty quick because there was a lot to watch. Yep, see, look. He's deep in thought now. He's like, do I want to stay here for another day or two, or do I want to go back to Hyde Park and run around on the grass tomorrow morning? It's a tough choice, Horsier. I'm thinking, folks, that this is an antisocial horse. That's what I'm thinking. Yep. He's like, what do you mean? I'm not antisocial. I just like my own space. I suffer from anxiety. I like to be left alone. I don't like to be touched all day. Look, see? Because I spend a lot of time around the horses, guys, I'm actually starting to understand what they say when they move their lips. It's not quite lip reading, but it's the next best thing. This horse is a real beauty, actually. everyone, including this couple with their lovely baby, are for some reason choosing the other horse. Now, I think it might well be because the other horse is somewhat more uniform. What I mean by that? I mean, this horse, if we look at it, is pretty much a perfect example of a cavalry black. But, and that's more important, guys, especially to the people that were naively taking pictures, not realizing, this horse brings something extra to everybody's pictures. Yep, it's hanging down, if you can see it. And no, guys, I'm not talking about the scabbard. I'm talking about the secondary backup scabbard. See, even this guy, depending on the angle of his picture, he has no idea that however much he smiles, he's still got a horse's, what shall I call it, accoutrement in the back of his picture. As is she. No wonder she's smiling. Gosh, look, I mean, they're flooding out of the gates already. And nothing's actually even happened yet, remarkably. Now, the interesting thing is that on a relatively chilly morning like today, we typically see the opposite to what we're witnessing with this horse. So, I'm guessing he's had some sweet dreams last night and is busy shaking them off. How many other tourists are coming up for a picture with a big fat horse smile in the back of it? Oh, awkward. Awkward. Lady gate crashing over on the left hand side with the white hat. Don't worry about the family that are just trying to get, you know, the perfect shot. Just throw yourself in there, take part, volunteer. I'm thinking, guys, because of the light this morning and because it's still pretty warm, and more importantly because it's not raining, mercifully, I think it's going to be a busy one today. Yeah, I do. I'll be here quite a lot more than ordinarily this week as well. I'm not sure every day, but not far off it, because we've got a lot of state occasion happening because of that presidential visit starting, as I mentioned. I say starting, I mean the President of South Korea lands in the UK today, flying into Stansted. Then there'll obviously be trip to London, check-ins at the hotel, blah 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 blah. But the actual official state occasions begin tomorrow. I'm half tempted to see what people are doing in the arches inside, because I noticed they're crowding in the arches on the left, but I don't want to miss the boxman getting changed over. 1 second. There we are. So now we've got all of it. Tourists, smiles, horse, guard. And visitors from the US, of course. Smile. Ah, I know what just made him smile. The mum just said Biden. Yeah, that brought out an instant smile. Very surprised if this morning's post-palace guard change flood isn't more of a deluge. We'll find out soon enough. Lots of very proud and happy tourists this morning. Remarkably, quite a few people have got short sleeves. Why is that remarkable? It's flipping cold. Oh, they're back. This time, Mum's going to make them smile by saying Trump. So we had the Biden shot. Now we're going to get the Trump shot. Let's see which smile is more genuine, the Biden smile or the Trump smile. What do we think, guys? Are they Republicans or Democrats? US viewers, tell me. You can guess from the smile. Did they smile more for Biden or for Trump? Numbers here this morning are pretty healthy already, look. magnificent weather, actually. And unlike certain parts of central London, i.e. Knightsbridge and Chelsea, where everyone's getting robbed, their bags stolen, and their watches ripped off their arms, at least if you read the media, this place, given super high levels of security, is crazy safe comparatively. We're going to have any naughty rain grabbers this morning, that's the key question. Okay guys, the new boxmen are coming out. I'm just looking at which end, hold on. I think, actually no, I can't see it too far away. Thanks. If these tourists actually manage to get their picture taken, they'll get some room to get in front of the box. No rush, folks. Not as if there's a guard change going on. New horses. Deary me. Matteo was way too slow with his picture. Boom. Which beauty is this, everyone? Good morning to you as well, Mr. or Mrs. McHorse. Now that to me looks like, oh, a girl smiling. It's Monday, the sun is shining. Why would she not smile? Absolutely lovely thing to see. I'm looking at which fluffy, massive beast we've got at the other end as well. Two very fine looking horses here this morning. Oh. Yeah, definite happy guard. And why not? It's Monday. We all love Monday mornings, guys. If you were a King's Guard or a King's Guard's woman, would you not smile this much on a Monday? I think it's fair to say you would. For two reasons. One, the light. Look at the light. It's a beautiful morning. And two, look at this commute, guys. Her commute to work doesn't involve a dirty bus or a smelly bedbug infested tube train. Her commute to work involves jumping up on this massive beautiful horse and heading along the Mall. If that were my commute, folks, I haven't got a horse, sadly isn't, then I'd be happy too. So well done to that lady trooper for being so optimistic on a Monday morning. Okay, they're going to change over the foot guards now. I'm not getting in there to see it. Why? Because I'm so stupid and I got so distracted I missed it. Well, that's just speaking. We still can through the gate, can't we? Or can we? I can't remember. I can't even remember. No, we're not sure. No, we're going to stay here. I really don't want to get become a meme in your YouTube video today. Ideally. So I'm going to play it safe, guys. I'm going to stand at the front and admire this magnificent horse. It's also going to be super interesting to see exactly what happens when the tourists start rolling up in a second. They're being super well behaved today, other than the slightly jumpy horse when they came in. And actually, funnily enough, guys, it was this lady trooper, that was on the jumpy horse when the horses rode in this morning. Okay, so they've retrieved, or relieved, take your pick, the lifeguard. There he is. Don't worry, guys, he hasn't been arrested. This is not a regimental coup. Blues have not decided they want to take over the lifeguards. See, look, reinforcements just arrived. It's now two against two. Who's going to win? Oh, they've reached a truce. They're going in together. Okay. Calm has prevailed, guys. Very close then to a problem. Okay, and remarkably, the new gatesman has walked straight back into the arch without anybody having to get shouted at. Chains going up, and that now means that the Blues and Royals are the King's lifeguard, folks. That's right, the King's lifeguard. No, before any of you mention it, I'm not confusing Blues and Royals with lifeguards. The lifeguards are a regiment. The King's lifeguard is what the regiment that is currently on duty here at King's are known as. Now, an awful lot of people getting onto the line, and I'm wondering why. Wait, why is everyone going inside? It's finished already, no?
No, they still
They literally just finished it. I don't know what else is going to happen. I guess we'll see in a minute. I can't see anything else happening. Not yet. Oh, see, Trooper's showing up the boxes. He's like, bye-bye, Mr. Horse. Horse is like, oh, the light behind me. Okay, let me wade through a little bit, guys, while it's possible to get closer to the other horse. And we can see which magnificent beast we've got at this end. Oh wow, look. I think he came straight from the barber shop. Wow. That hair at the front. I remember, guys, the forelock. Hey, question people, give me some credit. The forelock. See, I do read your comments. His forelock is incredibly fluffy. Look at that. Honestly, guys, if I were going to buy a horsehair pillow to sleep on, it would have to be a hair like that in the pillow. Magnificent. He looks a bit sheepish though today. In fact, the sheepish horse. I wonder if he did anything naughty. That might be why. Look, he doesn't want to make eye contact this morning. He's like, don't film me. I'm not ready. Oh. I wonder if he's got a Madonna tune stuck in his head this morning. Look, he's swaying side to side. Such a beautiful face actually this horse has got. Actually, you know what? It's not a popular piece of music that's in his head. It's a Strauss waltz. Yeah, beautiful blue Danube. That's why he's gently swaying. Look, swaying to Strauss. Okay, we are allowed, everybody, to go inside the yard now. Now, why is that interesting? Well, because in the yard we have a lot more smiley tourists happily posing with the guard. Oh, somebody mentioned actually, I saw on a TikTok video that 50 Cent came to London for his birthday celebrations. He just passed us, guys. Damn it, that's a pity. I was going to say, Fiddy, could you sign my gimbal? Oh, I'm not sure if this is an army officer that forgot his bowler hat, or whether he just decided to buy an army officer's umbrella. Lovely, thoroughly. Who's up next? Oh, she decided to dress like a lifeguard. The only problem is they left before she could get her picture. I love a dominant woman who takes control. Hey, look at this. Giving orders, putting everybody in their place. Mum knows best. 1, 2, 3, Biden. The trooper looks pretty happy. Why does he look pretty happy? Because the tourists have buzzed off and he's got some peace and quiet. Look, no more tourist pictures for a moment until the next group arrive. I mean, I would be happy if I were left alone. And so there's that service dog. Look, guys, see this? Service dog, do not pet. Folks, which type of service dog? Is it a military service dog, or is it a service dog for somebody that with a visual impairment? Anybody know? I don't just go and chuck my camera in the woman's face and interview her about, why is your dog a service dog? But I'm genuinely fascinated because I've never seen that here in Horse Guards. Also, they made an exception. That dog was very, very close to the lifeguard horse when I first arrived this morning, and the horse seemed remarkably chill with the dog standing right next to it. Well behaved as well, like very well behaved. So yeah, there we have it, service dog. Okay, so what have we got coming up next? Right, up next, everybody, is another departure. Which departure, you might be wondering? Lifeguard departure. I can see them already mounted up beyond the gate. I'm not sure if you can kind of make that out. If I zoom in, definitely can. Look, there they are. They're mounted up and ready. Now, I'm excited about that. Why? Because once they leave, we will get to see the other part of the blues troop, and more importantly, which horses they brought with them. So we know 100% that Titan's here. Whether or not we end up seeing him in the box today, that really is anybody's guess. But I'm going to stay on this side now because I do like the departures on this side and the arrivals on the other side. So I will do my very best, folks, to dash across to the magic corner to film the rest of the Blues arriving. But I'm going to stay put here for the moment to capture those lifeguards leaving. I can't annoyingly see the time. Let me just have a quick look at the other phone. There's no way of knowing 100% how long we've got until they leave. It's 11:21. Recording's on for 35 minutes. It could be any time between now and 11:35, realistically. That's the problem. And those gates open so flipping quickly that if I miss it, yeah, it'll be done. In fact, yeah, as we know which horses are at the front, and more importantly, they'll definitely be back later in the day, I'm going to focus on the yard for the time being. I'll focus on movements here in the yard and wait for those horses to come out. We're also potentially, going to have the lifeguard doing his rounds quite soon. Now, I don't think we're going to get anybody wandering into the arches this morning. It's not wet, and how do I explain it? Sometimes you just kind of can sense that there is a certain atmosphere and that trouble is likely. Okay, I have no clue how, but I guess over time it just sort of manifests in some ways. But this morning, you saw with the horse at the front, nobody was even remotely cheeky, so it was all good. Oh, everyone is talking about being behind the line as well. They're actually wrong. There's no need to be behind the second line when these changeovers are going on. The line thing, the second line thing, is primarily to do with when they have a full change. Anyway, they're heaving open the gates. Bingo, folks, so we got it. Let me get out of the way before I destroy any tourist videos. That's it. I'm over and in position. Morning. Bingo. Bingo dingo, folks. Look at this. Happy horses. How wonderful, eh? Absolutely glorious. And totally chill this morning. Notice not a single horse kicked off at all, either in or out or in the box. That said, you just know now the other Blues horses will come through in a couple of minutes and all hell will break loose. It is absolutely inevitable. Okay, let me get myself over to the other corner. Wait for those other Blues horses to come through in just a couple of minutes. The arrivals, this is the arrivals area of Horse Guards Heathrow Airport, everybody. Yep, this is the best corner to film the arrivals from. More importantly, gives us a super view of the front. And that massive South Korean flag. Now, how long will it be before the Blues come through? Good question. Oh, ping pong. All passengers for flight 965 from South Korea from Seoul, please be advised your flight is running 4 days late. Yep, they actually got airport style announcements here as well, guys, just to make sure that anyone coming in is aware if their relatives are arriving late for the state visit. (11:24). Typically it's around past that they come in. However, this morning has been particularly efficient, I must say. I'm most impressed with how quickly it's all been done. A lot of it is because we've got those buildings, those structures at the back. So they're cutting across the parade ground, a very quick swap over. The boxmen were done very, very, very fast this morning without any hassle. No wonder the horses were so chill. And boom. And no logjam of horses in and out of the stable area either. So I guess it's a quadruple win overall. We just need to wait now, folks, which I know is annoying. However, we can briefly, around the corner, spy. Oh, he's off. Spy the Blues Chitsman. And holy shit, that was good timing, eh, for the guard to do his rounds. Oh, wait, he's gone to the cockfighting pits. Hope he's back. Notice both the chains are up, etc. No excuses for any tourists that get themselves in trouble later on. Super, eh? To see that. Right, that imminent arrival. Come on, Blues, where are you, folks? The second I move, they're going to come through. If I stand here, they'll come through in half an hour. We've had this multiple times. Bear in mind, everybody, as well, just to confirm, most of you know that Horse Guards is closing for renovations very soon, actually. Wait, what's the date today? 18th, 19th, 20th? Let's have a look. Monday the 20th. Let's just say, folks, that this time next week, it will almost be game over Horse Guards for a good number of weeks. What does that mean? Hey, it's perfect timing. Why? Because one, it's the holidays anyway, Christmas, etc. And two, more importantly, I think I mentioned before, I have many hundreds of hours of footage. A lot of the early footage going back to the spring and through the King's Troop. Never been posted. Yeah, I mean, many hundreds of hours, folks. So my plan, my cunning plan, is going to be to utilize a lot of that footage for two reasons. One, there will undoubtedly be some absolute gems that I probably didn't even know happened in that footage. But two, more importantly, a lot of you do like and watch this channel, this YouTube channel, because there is narration, there's chit chat, there's back and forth, and more importantly, there's information. You know, it's a little bit more sort of two-way, participatory. And that was the case with a lot of those lives. They're TikTok lives, hundreds of hours of them. So I will post up maybe, I don't know, maybe a 1 hour snippet from lives starting from the very beginning. Maybe one or two of those a day through the few weeks that were closed. Even if Horse Guards were open, fully open, I would not be able to be out every day or even close to every day over the holidays anyway, for obvious family and other reasons. So that is my plan, folks. So if anything, remarkably fortuitously, they have decided to close this place at exactly, for me personally, not that, you know, that I matter, but for me, from my personal point of view, the timing is spot on. Okay, we will be reopening, I believe, very much at the beginning of the new year. We will see. These things are apparently fluid, and again, if they dig up this massive yard to start the works, and God knows what they might find underneath it. I don't know the last time this was dug up, but I dare say it's been a good few decades, if not longer. Oh, here's a special guest, everybody. This is Banana Man. A lot of you will remember him. He'll talk to the police. He hasn't got his banana this morning, though. No banana. Well, not the banana we were expecting. Oh, he actually didn't try and have a discussion about his banana this morning. Maybe he's quickly running to the Tesco's on Trafalgar Square to buy a banana. But he's called Banana Man. He actually called himself that, Banana Man, because he's very well known here. Lovely guy, eccentric guy, but he would always come along with a banana. And he'd hold it like a water pistol and pretend to shoot people with his banana. Harmless, but yeah, probably not the smartest thing to do in this kind of environment, given that, you know, officers have carbine, automatic weapons, etc. But there we are. Anyway, back to my point about the break. That, folks, is the plan. It might change, we will see, but I'm definitely thinking that will be the smart option, because there'll be so much golden material that not only all of you, but even myself, never seen. So yeah, I'll start digging into the archives, everybody, and see what I can pull out. The only downside to that is that, as I mentioned, those are TikTok lives. It means they're not in 4K, unlike this glorious footage. However, they are two-way. I do speak and chit-chat and the rest of it. Plus, you know, I can see how I expanded my knowledge and got a little bit more confident around this place, I guess, over the last few months from that material, because some of those early lives, and I'll try and dig out my first ever live here at Horse Guards and post that as the first, you know, Horse Guards is closed, but this is my first ever live video, because, yeah, probably make myself blush if I watch it, but at the same time it'll be bittersweet, knowing how much the knowledge has increased in the months since. I think offhand that the first ever live here was either in February, March, April of this year. So yeah, less than a year ago, considerably less in fact. So waiting for those blues to come through. Have we hit half past yet? Yeah, it's 11:31. I have no idea actually why they are waiting so long this morning. All of the lifeguards are out there. The blues, the second half of the blues troop are still sitting there, waiting for the nod to come into the yard. At least after that, once they come in, we will know all of the horses that are here today, and more importantly, I can then focus on the front and what will probably be, depending on how much longer we need to wait for them, part 2, but we'll see. Aha, I can hear it. Oh yes, folks, here we go. Oh, one horse is super enthusiastic, just running through the tunnel. 1 and 2 and 3. Whoa, number 3 is a big beauty. 4, 5. Oh wow, look at this one. Look at this beauty. Yes, you are. Look at you. Whoa, I think that's TA. I'm pretty sure that's TA, guys. I'm not sure about the horse at the back, but I'm pretty certain that horse, second to last, had absolutely no markings at all. Huge horse. Morning. Beautiful horse. Pretty sure that was TA, that horse. Yeah, got to be TA. Right. Okay, so we saw all of the horses arriving, all of the horses leaving. The changeover is done. The deluge begins. I'm going to see how bad it gets, folks. I mean, good, bad. The main sort of squash of people typically arrives after the guard change is finished at the palace. That hasn't happened yet because it's too early. I think actually, wait, let me look at the time on the other phone. It's 11:33, so the guard change at the palace is barely finished. This is the pre-deluge. So let's go to the front for a little while, see what happens with the horses, and then I'll decide what to do with potential part 2 or not. Okay, the troop is actually putting up the middle chain as well. Oh, he just went to put up the middle chain, and this chain fell down. Oh, little cheeky smile there. This chain's a pain, this one on this side, because it's heavy, very heavy. One on the right hand side. Okay, we are good, folks. Yep, I did mention he forgot his banana. Okay, at the front we are. Whoa, look. Fluffy giants right out in the middle of the street. I actually do like it when they bring the horse right out into the middle of the street. Not because it makes it easier for the tourists to pose, but because it really does give us more of an idea of just how massive that horse is. Extraordinary, isn't it, really? Magnificent. Oh, lucky this guy with the sunglasses moved out of the way. He's got an awful lot of people in front of him. Is he going to go left, right, or straight through the gates, I wonder? Somebody's been collecting leaves, look. Lucky tourists. That would have been that would have been interesting if he walked through the guy with the leaves. Leaf man, we're going to call him, look. I'm not sure if he's a part-time litter collector who decided to diversify. He's got into leaf management. There wasn't as much money in regular waste. And boom, here we are, folks, back at the front. In fact, right at the front. Like very, 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 very much at the front. Now the key thing is going to be which horse the tourists prefer, because you know what, I have no idea. I'm not sure. I hope this guy's not trying to use a lavatory over there in the blue coat, because it kind of looks like he's taking the position, getting ready for it. I think he probably went to Masala Zone last night, had a really heavy curry and isn't sure what to do about it. Oh, he's run off, guys. He's run up to the public facilities at Trafalgar Square. kudos to that man for not doing it here on the street. There are kids around.
Got so much shower. There, look at this. Watch this.
Horses like, bring it on, guys. I'm ready. Get near to me, upset me. Let's see what happens. Look, in that sort of viper pose. Then he's asleep.
You like him?
I know your tricks, horsey. I'm not getting anywhere near.
Right, we've won the control of the horse. We thought she'd be a bit more impressed.
You can tell he's waiting patiently. No one's brave enough to get close yet. Sorry?
Might be the one that's got the reputation.
Some of them, I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, some of them be a bit careful. 100%. A lot of people are here actually waiting to see whether or not we've got a nipper. Interestingly, guys, look at the light hitting the walls through the gate. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Unless you'd actually seen it here on this recording, that the light could very briefly, it won't last, be that spectacular. Oh, excuse me, dog walker, look. Guy's got half a dozen dogs. Actually, I think that's a sheep, is it not? At the back. Cute. I like the way that he said, excuse me, tourist. A local dog walker.
Yes, I heard you.
See, look, none of them are getting even remotely close to the horse's mouth. Which is probably smart, to be fair. We know what's going to happen.
You wouldn't really want 1,000 people patting you each day, would you?
Say again?
I said you wouldn't want 1,000 people patting you every day.
To be honest, this horse has 1,000 people panning every hour on a busy morning.
I would be. Tell you what, if somebody's patting all this, I've got freaking
They've got a lot of nippy ones though in this regiment.
but they're on duty. They shouldn't be.
They are, but again, there's no actual hard and fast rule that says you're not allowed to touch the horse. So even though we might think it's not ideal for the horse, and I agree with you.
It's not that I think it's ideal. I just think they're guarded. They're on duty. Nobody should touch it.
Yeah, but at the same time, if, for example, for the past 250 odd years, this has been the way it's been, and people have been touching, who's going to be brave enough to stand up and change it? It's a difficult one, this, because a lot of people think there should be railings at the front, and maybe there should be, but then again, sometimes the horses kick off, and they would hurt themselves. So it's very difficult. Plus, this area at the front here is owned by the council. Everywhere through the gates is owned by the army. So the horses at the moment are standing half in the army territory, half in the public territory. It's a typical weird British thing. But if anyone gets super close to this horse, they're definitely going to get, they're going to get nipped, 100%. Noticing, guys, that the guard is keeping quite a tight hold on the reins this morning. There's a good reason for that. You know, she's got a nipper. I'm also wondering why, actually, the other horse is still way out of the box, completely out of the box. Look, 100% in the middle of the street. Yet everyone is still massively preferring this horse, even though the photo ops at that end are actually superior. I think the guards decided to reverse the horse a bit into the box. I don't think he realised how far the horse had come out, actually. Hey, morning. See you for a while. I know you've been spending a lot more time in the Cayman Islands, the Seychelles, all that cash, am I right? Yeah. Perfect timing, I think, when the palace guard change was done shortly. Yeah. Should go 11:40. Yeah. Should go bananas. We'll see. Were you out yesterday? I didn't see you yesterday. Were you out yesterday?
Basically, checking if there was any.
Yeah.
They did, and then I came around almost or something.
And you realised it was still closed.
Yeah, so I just left it.
Yeah, it wasn't the best day yesterday for horse guards material, that's for sure.
They didn't really grades because I checked even last year, no one got any views.
It's not only that, it was the fact that it was very, very, very busy. Anyone didn't get here super early to get a spot of there. There was not much to see. So you probably made the smart call by watching it. Tourists are still rolling up, guys, but look, they are standing super far away. Look. You're in Switzerland? Ah, because you need to be there in person to sign those deposit forms for the gold bars.
No, he used to do these walks, like international walks.
Okay.
So this was his thing, this is very important. So he started doing that again.
So he went all the way to Switzerland to do some walks? I like his commitment, I really do, I tell you. It's amazing.
This channel, he only posts Switzerland. He does really well.
Yeah?
Only does like hundreds of thousands.
Wow, I'll talk to him about that when he comes back. It's the Swiss secret. Oh, there we are, look, the horse is ready to nip somebody's face. He's smiling at the tourist, but he doesn't know how close he got. Tomorrow, tomorrow the South Korean president will be here. He's arriving today, but he'll be here at Horse Guards tomorrow. I just don't know what time exactly. Try and find that tonight. It will be, but there'll be a lot of traffic and just a lot of going on generally. Unusual event. I think I'll be here for it. Viper-like face, guys. That how quickly the horse nipped at that guy. It's always begging me to go forward. Like, try it, punk. Surprised he didn't call the horse Dirty Harry. You who the guy behind Abdullah is? You or? The guy, this guy here that's filming behind Abdullah. Yeah. I've never seen him before either. Interesting. Oh, get ready for it. Oh, boom. Guy's super chill, he just says steady on to the horse. He's like, I used to be in the SAS, don't even bother. God, it's smiling, she knows. She knows this horse almost gave the tourist a face transplant. So stay zoomed in on the Viper, everybody. Uh-oh, here we go. Oops. Viper. Wow. She was quite brave actually. Not to run away though. How the guard keeps a straight face. She did smile just now, but that was super funny. Okay, wait for it. Oops. Seriously? Brilliant. Photographer. I was just saying the horse is Oh goodness me. Parents are trying to make the kids get closer, but they're saying no. The horse has got a long reach, but it's not quite that far. Brilliant. Perfect tourist repellent horse, folks. The good and bad news, people, is that this horse will be leaving very shortly. I just realised actually, 14 minutes and the horse is off duty. So I'm going to wait and see, folks, who's on next. We might get lucky. It might be Titan. Fingers crossed. Let's see. But everyone that saw that is obviously not getting close now after what we just witnessed. Oh, don't get close to the ponytail. Uh-oh, a lot of new arrivals who have no idea. Look, oops. Oh, goodness me. Wow, this lady with her nice bag and a Burberry scarf.
Definitely not that close.
It depends. Do you like the way you look now?
No, I'm not getting that close.
Oh man. Some people have got very close to getting compliments.
I'm not getting that close.
Don't worry, this horse never bites or nips anyone, I promise.
Girl, I'm not getting
Do it, chap.
That's as far as I'll go. How you doing?
Brilliant. Smart man. Get ready for it, look. Aaron just got owned. Oh wow, these people are just arriving, have got no clue what they're letting themselves in for. Smart tourists, look. They're 2 horses away from the horse. That, to be honest though, folks, I mean, I was laughing about it because, wow, it's so funny, the guy's reaction, but at the same time being serious, yeah, it could be pretty bad. It only takes somebody to pose for their picture, not paying attention, not realising, you know, that there is a very unpredictable live animal right behind them, and somebody could really, really get bitten. The guard knows though, she's a superb horsewoman, so she knows 100% that she's got a nipper on her hand. She's been on this horse many times. But they were smart and sensible, this chap here and his boy, to keep him way back in the wheelchair just in case. It's the elderly that's slightly concerning. If anyone puts themselves in particular danger, folks, I will tell them. I said, you see how tight a hold the guard has got on those reins constantly with this horse. You saw it when the horse was binding out before. Oh, shame the horse didn't nip his little bobble hat. Really extraordinary. And not long until the changeover though. I'm still debating actually whether to do a part 2 later today. I'm super happy this horse is here. However, this horse is going to be here for the next couple of days, and I see that as being a huge positive. It's currently 8 minutes to noon. I'm standing a little bit to the side because the light is amazing. Plus, it gives you more of a perspective on the way things are at the front. People are being very, 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 very cautious now, fortunately. But it only takes new people to come through the front gate, and boom, we know what happens. We've seen it many, 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 many times. If anybody gets super close with their kids, I will mention to them they need to be very, very careful with this beauty. Instantly repelling tourists. It really is the perfect solution to the argument about should people be able to touch the horses, should there be barriers, etc., etc. However, I can see somebody potentially getting seriously nipped and raising an official complaint. So it's difficult, folks. There's no perfect solution to an imperfect problem. Uh-oh. Whose kid is that? Notice the guard immediately moved the horse when you saw that the child who's there alone, she immediately moved the horse back. I can't even see whose kid that is, guys, to warn them. Just walked over. Where are the parents? Oh, they're walking on the path behind. Notice how alert the guard was. She moved the horse back immediately when she saw the small kid come over unaccompanied. Brilliant stuff. We don't know that the horse would nip a kid, but you know what? We don't want to see that happen anyway. Have a little look at the other running people, because we've got about 7 or 8 minutes until the horses change over. People are happily posing with this horse up close because this one is not a nipper. The thing is, the other horse, as we know, is a beauty, so it's not really surprising. Secondly, when the horse is right out of the box like this in the middle of the pavement, I think people worry that something's a little odd, a little off, and they don't get too close. I mean, this is really the furthest out I've seen a horse from the box in a good while. Look, completely, all the way to the tail, right out of the box. And I'm hoping actually that he's not going to suddenly storm forward and as I'm filming in front. I'm going to go slightly to one side. See, lucky this horse is not a nipper. Look how close people are getting. But yeah, absolutely out of the box. Extraordinary how you can have two horses here of such magnificence, but absolute polar opposite in terms of their temperament. But honestly, I don't remember seeing a horse this far out in the middle of the street. There have been times when the horses have been brought out, and there are a couple of very well-known troopers who do bring out the horses. The late and great Quasi was a horse well known, especially with some of his regular riders, to be way out of the box in the middle of the street. I don't know if the guard didn't realise just how far the horse had come out. He was right out there, almost blocking the public highway. Extraordinary. Wonderful thing to see, though, to be quite honest. I mean, to walk around there, actually, there's a lot of people here. Look. Still nipping away. Slightly different perspective, guys, this time on the other side of the horse, so we can still see everything that happens. But this gives me the option to look at the clock as well, and it's exactly 3 minutes to noon. Okay, troopers come over to open up the gates at the back of the box. Horse is getting a break, which means no tourists are getting nipped for the time being. Chocker at the front, look at it. Okay, troopers can get everybody to get back behind the line. It was me getting behind the bollards as well. Respectfully behind the bollards. We'll see, folks, which two new horses are brought on next, and then I will break. There might well be a part 2 to this, I'll see. If not, part 2 will be the events of tomorrow. Real jam of people actually at the front here this morning. It is how thick the line is all the way to the other horse. Who's still not happy to be in the box. This horse, people person, this one, 100%. Definitely a gelding. In fact, they're both geldings. Right, there we are, being bonged, everybody. Here comes the change. No more tourist scalps are going to get claimed until this horse comes back out later this afternoon. Interesting, we've got another male-female pairing. The two troopers that are coming out now. Male trooper is going to be in this box in front of me, female trooper in the other box behind me. This guy didn't get the memo about the guard change. here we go again. Look, it's another one. Bear in mind, folks, this is in the middle of the guard change. They just don't care, do they? Unbelievable. Oh god, here we go. Look, there's even more coming up now. NCO. Horse almost doesn't want to wait, look. He's like, oh, I want to nip that London City Horse guy. Oh, Prime Minister behind us, everybody. Damn it, he was on this side as well, you see that? Yeah.